Number 7. The past perfect. The form of this tense had plus past participle. He had gone to the stadium before trained. The use of this tense. The past perfect tense is used when we talk about two different actions or events at two different times in the past. One action happened and ended before the second action begins. Examples: he returned home after he had left the park. When I arrived at the airport, Ali had already left. I wasn't eating when you came. I had already finished my breakfast. There were many police cars. Someone had escaped from jail. Keywords: when, already, until, no sooner than, because, after, before, as soon as, hardly when, scarcely when. Some conjunctions: after, before, no sooner than, hardly when, as soon as. After is followed by past perfect. In the second sentence, simple past. Before is followed by simple past, and the second sentence should be in the past perfect. No sooner than, hardly when, and scarcely when are followed by past perfect. Examples: after I had done my homework, I slept. Sometimes I can use simple past in both actions. I can say, after I did my homework, I slept. Before I entered, the thief had already escaped. I can say, before I entered, the thief escaped. We started to play after all players had come. I had already finished my work before my friend arrived. As soon as is followed by past perfect, and the second sentence simple past. As soon as the guests had eaten the meal, they left for home. Also I can say, as soon as the guests ate the meal, they left for home. The use of till and until. He didn't understand it till or until the teacher had explained the lesson. I didn't write the report till I had read the book well. The use of no sooner than, hardly when, scarcely when. When we begin with no sooner, hardly, or scarcely, we make the inversion form. No sooner had I finished studying than I left. Or we can use it before the main verb. I had no sooner finished studying than I slept. Hardly had we reached the station when the train left. Or we can say, we had hardly reached the station when the train left. Scarcely had he traveled abroad when he acquired the language. He had scarcely traveled abroad when he acquired the language. The negation. We use not after had not, or hadn't. She hadn't cleaned the kitchen with her mother. I hadn't watched the film before I studied my lessons. The interrogative. Had plus subject plus past participle. Had you visited Europe before? Yes, I had. Or no, I hadn't.